Hello students, how are you all? I think you all are well. Students, we were doing acid, base and salt, and we have completed acid, base, and today we will start salt. In our lab we have different type of salts, and you know that the main salt which we are using, that is called common salt. Okay, so what is the formula for common salt? If I take common salt, formula for common salt is NaCl, and you know that how common salt is evolved out from the seawater. In class 9th also you have read that we make the boundary around the seawater. Okay, by making the boundaries around the seawater, we keep the seawater inside, and after the many days the evaporation process takes place. All the water get evaporated and we are left with fishes, etc., crabs, fish, and many impurities along with our common salt. So first we usually do, we refined it many times. We get separate all the fish, crabs and other aquatic animals from the seawater, and then we will take a salt from it and refined it 2 times, 3 times, and after refining we got the salt which is called common salt. And I have explained you that we have rock salt also, isn't it? What is rock salt? The salt which we usually get from our rocks, isn't it? For example, you must have listened about your mother saying during fast she used to eat rock salt only. Okay, we are not using during fast, we are using rock salt instead of common salt. Although it also is not a purest form, but it was prescribed that to eat such type of salt in during fast. Okay, so common salt, you know, NaCl, and rock salt which we get from the rock, isn't it? And many things were given in your NCERT also. The Dandi Yatra, all these things are also related to the formation of soap. Earlier days we all are dependent even for our salt on this the foreign persons. We are not having our own salt, we are exporting that from other countries. Then Gandhi Yatra was started, and you know that during Dandi March we have created our own salt, the salt of our own country, isn't it? You must have read in SS Asayog Andolan, non-cooperation movements, all these were the part of, and after that we have started evolving out our salt ourselves. Okay, so rock salt, we can say that it is a large crystals having brown in color, and that brown color is due to the impurities, isn't it? When the bed of rock salts were formed, how they are formed? When this in the bronze ages, you must have seen that seas get uh, dried up, and after dried up, what we got rock salt, and these rock salt are also just mined like coal. As we have coal minings, same way we have rock minings also. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhi Dandi March was also about the formation of salt of our own country. We did not want to take the salt prepared by the foreign people, British people, isn't it? So it was also a part of our struggle for freedom, isn't it? So common salt, we are here, it is the raw material which is used to prepare many other salts, isn't it? If we see that many substances are formed due to this common salt. So the first of all we will do what is the uses of common salt. First we will learn about the uses of common salt. First one, in cooking purpose, we are using the common salt for cooking purpose. The main use of common salt is for cooking purpose. Our food is tasteless without the addition of salt in it. And what type of salt we should eat? We should eat iodized salt, isn't it? The salt which contain iodine in it, it should be used at. Okay. Iodine is very necessary for us. It helps us in secreting of many hormones, isn't it? Especially the thyroxine hormone, which was inside our, which was secreted by our thyroid gland. That was the main hormone secreted due to presence of iodine. And if our salt did not contain iodine, our diet is without iodine, then we will suffer with a disease that is called goiter. Okay, you must have heard the word goiter, in which the people have a swollen neck and the neck come out like this. Outgout start outing from its neck, isn't it? So that disease is goiter. So first uses of common salt is clear to you. Then next use of this is for freezing of ice. You must have seen for increasing the melting, decreasing the melting point of ice. We are using this common salt. If you eat sometimes the ice cream, you have first the salt taste, isn't it? The taste is due to, since the ice was kept in, the ice was kept inside, and outer one we have the coating of salt, which decrease the melting point of ice and make the ice more solid for a long period of time. Okay, in making pickles etc we are using salt. There are so many use of salt in our daily life. We are using it as a preservative also, isn't it? And the in our science, if we say, the salt is used to make the any solution good conductor of electricity also. As we know that it is NaCl, whenever it is mixed in water, then it form Na plus and Cl minus and make the solution active in electricity. Okay, so on the same thing we are going to continue our next salt, that is NaOH. What is NaOH? NaOH means sodium hydroxide. NaOH, that is called sodium hydroxide. Okay, sodium hydroxide, isn't it? So how this sodium hydroxide is evolved out? If we take a brine solution means NaCl plus water. This is called brine solution. Many times the question comes, what do you mean by brine solution? So whenever we add NaCl and water, the solution which we are getting, that is called brine solution. Okay, when we keep this brine solution in presence of, what we have to do? We have to keep it in presence of electric current. If we pass through electric current, that what we are going to get? We are going to get NaOH plus hydrogen gas plus chlorine gas. Okay, on hydrogen will be collected on cathode. Previously also I have explained you that hydrogen gas is always collected on cathode, isn't it? High coat, one coating I have given you, high coat. High means hydrogen, coat means cathode. Okay, then chlorine gas is formed at anode. Okay, and we get NaOH in the form of aqueous. isn't it? What is NaOH? Sodium hydroxide, and it is also called alkali. What are alkalis? I have told you. Alkalis are the base soluble in water. So the base which are soluble in water, they all are called alkali. Here we got NaOH, sodium hydroxide, which is soluble in water. So therefore it is called alkali. And do you know what this process is called? This process was named chlor-alkali process. Why it is called chlor-alkali process? Chlor means chlorine gas is formed here. Alkali, NaOH is the alkali, I have explained you. So this process was given the name chlor-alkali process. Okay. So whenever we keep NaCl along with water in presence of electric current, then we are going to get NaOH along with hydrogen gas along with chlorine. Okay. And we have to do separate uses of NaOH, hydrogen and chlorine. You know that what are the uses of hydrogen? Can anyone, you have to write comments and tell me what are the uses of hydrogen. Some uses I am suggesting you. For example, hydrogen is used as rocket propellant, isn't it? The fuel used in rocket is called propellants. So hydrogen is having very high calorific value, so it can be easily used as a fuel in a rocket. Okay. Then for making fertilizers, we are using hydrogen. For making ammonia and other things, we are using hydrogen. Okay. Then what are the another uses? If you see chlorine, chlorine is used as for disinfecting, isn't it? As a disinfecting agent, we are using for water treatment chlorine. Second thing, in the preparation of polymers, when we prepare polymers like polyvinyl chloride, PVC. What is PVC? If you see PVC, full form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride. So PVC is used, chlorine is used for the preparation of PVC's polymers like this. Then for the preparation of drugs as well as medicines also we are using chlorine. Then for preparing pesticides, you know what are pesticides? Pesticides means the chemicals which are used to kill pest. Okay. Insecticides also like BHC, DDT, all these in the preparation of all these we are using chlorine. Then come to the use of sodium hydroxide. What is the use? The main use of sodium hydroxide is in the preparation of soap and detergent. Okay, for preparing soap and detergent we require sodium hydroxide. Then for making many artificial fibers, you must have learned in class 8 that we have two type of fibers, natural fibers and artificial or synthetic fibers. For making artificial and synthetic fibers, we are using NaOH, and in paper making also we are using that. Then as an alkali in different industries. So I think all the properties, all the uses, the preparation process of sodium hydroxide is clear to you. And you, if you have any query, you may ask me after commenting in this video. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.